For Yujiro hanma, we are all women. At least, that's what medical specialists in the Baki series claim. In Baki-do, Chapter 100, we see Dr. Kureha speaking with another medical expert after examining Yujiro's brain. What they discover is both disturbing and shocking. Yujiro's testosterone and perception. According to the specialist, Yujiro's brain produces an absurd amount of testosterone, more than any animal or human on Earth. Based on this, the doctors conclude that Yujiro hanma perceives all human beings as females. It doesn't matter if it's an old man, a sumo wrestler, or a professional boxer. To Yujiro, they are all women. The Joe Williams incident. After this revelation, we witness what are arguably the most traumatizing pages in the entire series. A man named Joe Williams shares his story. Joe explains that for many years he has risked his life through extreme challenges, climbing Mount Everest and pushing his body beyond its limits, all in an attempt to reconnect with his inner man. Why? Because 16 years earlier, he was abused by Yujiro hanma. When I first read these panels, I thought it had to be a joke by Itagaki. But no, it really happened. Yujiro didn't just defeat Joe. He completely destroyed his sense of manhood, and we're never given a clear reason why. Fan reaction. When this chapter was released, the Baki fan community lost its mind. No one could believe that Yujiro hanma, the strongest creature on Earth, was capable of seeing another man as a sexual target. It was a strange, uncomfortable moment. But this is Baki. This is a series where the dead return to life. Cavemen from millions of years ago walk the Earth again, and Yujiro does that. Just another normal day in Baki. The big question, is Yujiro hanma gay? This brings us to the question everyone asks. Is Yujiro hanma gay? The short answer is no. Yujiro abusing a man does not automatically make him gay. I know many people think that seeing a man as a sexual interest would be enough to label him as such. But let's look at this from a psychological perspective, which is funny because I haven't studied psychology. Psychological interpretation. Joe's abuse goes beyond the physical. One possible explanation is that Joe believed himself to be tougher and more manly than anyone else. Yujiro may have wanted to teach him a lesson, not through fists, but through absolute humiliation. A humiliation so complete that Joe later says, "Until that moment, I had no idea of the woman inside me." This wasn't about desire. It was about dominance. Prison comparison. This type of behavior has also been documented in prisons. Veteran inmates sometimes abuse weaker ones, not out of attraction, but as a way to assert dominance and control. When asked if they're gay, many say no. Most have wives and children. The act isn't about sexuality. It's about power. I'm the alpha. You obey me. You are beneath me. This is likely how Yujiro sees the world. Yujiro's own words. Yujiro himself has stated that he has spread his seed across the world and wouldn't be surprised if more of his children appeared, just like Jack hanma. This reinforces the idea that Yujiro isn't driven by sexual orientation, but by absolute dominance over all life. Conclusion. I can't say for certain what Itagaki was thinking when he wrote that chapter. But one thing is clear. Yujiro hanma remains terrifying. He doesn't care if his victim is male, female, young, old, or weak. If you stand before him, he will unleash his madness. That's what makes the ogre so frightening. He's a beast, and someone you never want to meet in person. Bonus Q&A. Is Hanayama stronger than Baki? A viewer asks, is Hanayama physically stronger and more durable than Baki? Short answer, no. Hanayama is an indestructible tower of muscle, but Baki has demonstrated superior endurance. Hanayama's fights against Spec and Musashi show incredible toughness, but Baki's fight against Yujiro surpasses them all. Baki fought the ogre while suffering internal fractures, burst blood vessels, and severe injuries. Hanayama, on the other hand, was defeated by a single blow from Yujiro and later accepted death against Musashi when his body could no longer continue. So overall, Baki is more resistant and durable, ignoring the fact that he's also the main character. Outro. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.